On the line with us talking about this week's newsletter. Wow, a lot of interesting stuff in there, Doug.
Yeah.
Give us some highlights. This is pretty interesting
Okay.
this week.
Yeah, sure. First off, this time of year, ice fishing for crappie is in the news, has been for the last couple, 3 weeks. So we got another article in there about how to find good, consistent ice fishing success for crappie.
Doug, let,
Um,
let, let me share this with you so you'll understand my mindset. Two words that do not belong in a sentence are ice and fishing. But
yeah.
go right ahead.
I don't do it either, but there are people that do. Okay, yeah, the MLF, all right, has set up the Toyota Series on Lake Okeechobee for February 3rd through the 5th. So set your calendars, or if that's something you're going to participate in, go. Um, and one of the things that just really caught my attention, I know this engine's been out there for a while, but Mercury now has a 7.6 liter V12, 600 horsepower
Yeah.
outboard engine. This is unbelievable, and it's got some technology in it that is a first for the industry. This is amazing, I guess.
Well, yeah,
But
they've
anyway,
got an integrated transmission with these guys, and
yeah, it's yeah.
they've got contra rotating dual props, four blades in the front and three in the rear, which is pretty interesting. A lot of people have tried it; they haven't been successful, but Mercury remains a leader in the outboard industry. This is the Verado series, and
Hmm.
they've got a 650 horsepower saltwater engine out, from what I understand.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I just when I saw this, I thought, wow, what next?
Yep.
Let's see. If we get into the guns and ammo, Bond Arms, famous for the little pistols they make, has got a recall going out for one reason only, and it's on their Roughneck series, 357-38 special. The ID markings on the barrels on some of these units that were sold were not on the gun. So if you have one
Oops.
and the markings are not there, you just need to go to their website and get information about how to contact
Yeah. Okay. That's
them. Yeah,
good
yeah.
information to have.
Yes, it is. In Colorado, Colorado gun owners need to know now that there's a Senate Bill 21-078 that requires gun owners to report lost or stolen firearms within 5 days of becoming aware the gun was missing. If right now you're listening or from Colorado, you're watching this, I can only tell you that there are little particulars about this law. So you need to go out to their website, Game and Fish website, or U.S. Law Shield website, and get up to speed on what those little particulars are. Because what I understood from the article is if you don't know some of the little issues that can pop and smack you right in the face, you can be in big trouble.
Oh, jeez.
So take a look at it. That's all I can tell you. Well, let's see. We've got in New York State a conservation thing going on with lake sturgeon. They are now going to set up new baby, what do they call them, fry, sturgeon fry that will be put out into their lakes. And that's just amazing to me, I think. I just didn't know. This is in the St. Lawrence River, by the way. And it's always had sturgeon, but these little boogers, man, I'll tell you, that's something else. Never fished for them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, it is. There is what they now call the oldest living aquarium fish. His name is Methuselah. He is 90 years old. His
Wow.
Well, the prior to him was one that was 92 that just passed away. He's 4 foot long, 40 pounds, and he originally came from Australia. He's actually a lungfish. He went to the San San Francisco Museum in 1938. So he's been there a long time.
Apparently.
Interesting. Yeah, little facts. Uberti's now making a 9 millimeter single action revolver. I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh gosh, there's some information now with a pistol pack that will hold up to 4 guns. And the last thing that caught my attention was Shimano now has a family of premium freshwater lures that are called World Pop and World Crank. And
Mm.
some of your listeners down might know that you have a lure out there. It looks like this, and I wasn't really sure if it was kind of the same thing or not.
Well, it's in the fishing world, like everything else, it's monkey see, monkey do, and there's little
Mm-hmm.
protection over design, you know, technique, and some very unique things are patentable, but
Yeah.
general design. This does mimic a Labina Lures Rico or Rio Rico. However, looking at it in depth, I haven't seen one of these, but I'm going to go see one over at Phoenix Fishing Supply. Gowdy usually has most of the Shimano stuff, and they do make good things, good quality fishing component company across the board. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
see the ball bearing designs in this. They show something in there, and I'm not really tracking on what it was. I watched the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see any explanation of what internally. These are translucents, and Labina was one of the first that came out with the translucent series, and my hammer shad was one of those, featuring the work that we did in the research on forage fish colors, which has
Yeah.
the hammer shad has most of those in there, and is a very, very productive, lifelike popper, if you will. So. Anyway, yeah, I think that's worth checking out.
All right. Well, lastly, I can't help myself sometimes. A little cartoonish thing going on. There's a billboard. I don't know where this is, but it's a picture of Joe Biden, and she's saying, "For the love of God, please stop." He thinks his name is Brandon now.
Yeah,
So that's
no
the
doubt.
state of our economy.
Yeah, the state of Joe Biden. Good
Yeah.
grief,
All
how
right.
how bad is it truly going to get? It's getting pretty bad.
I don't know. I don't know. All right.
All
That's
right.
it, Don.
Yep. Well, sign up for the newsletter at huntingfishing.com. Next week we're going to be profiling. We got some surprises to get in the newsletter, and you can do that at huntingfishing.com for a weekly update from Doug, hanging out at the Dairy Queen in St. George, Utah.